Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. I decided to do something a little bit different this time around since we have basically two pay-per-views this weekend between King and Queen of the Ring and Double or Nothing. So I decided to do a little predictions for King and Queen of the Ring, the pay-per-view. So we have they just added another match, so we have a 6-match card. But still, I feel like every match, whether it's predictable or not, it's still a good match. So I'm really excited for everything happening here. So let's go ahead and start here with the ladies. So first, I have here. This is going to be a countdown for the pay-per-view itself. So there's going to be Bianca and Jade versus Candice, LeRae, and Indi Hartwell for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Again, for this one, this is just it feels too soon for Bianca and Jade to lose their championships, but I feel like it's just going to be a great way for Candice and Indi to showcase themselves. I mean, they did it in Australia before as well, so I don't see anything else differently here. The thing I do see differently with this one, with Bianca's injury, I feel like we might see a little bit more of Jade, so I'm excited for that. Every time we get to see a little bit more of Jade in the ring is something that I'm looking forward to seeing. It's nice to see her growth going from how she was in AEW to where she is now. So, really looking forward to that one. The next one's what this is that basically it after SmackDown. So it'll be Nia Jax versus Lyra Valkyria. This is the Queen of the Ring finals. This one, even though it feels predictable with Nia, it still feels like it could go either way. And I like that about this match because can you imagine if we had Lyra winning and wanting to go against Becky, but we also have the fact that we could get Nia wanting to go against Bailey. I feel like either way it will be a good match, but I'm leaning more towards Nia winning this match. In this instance, I feel she's obviously herself the irresistible force that she is on SmackDown so far, and we have already gotten teases of her and Bailey, so it wouldn't surprise me if they decide to go that route. But I feel like again it could go either way. And I'll be excited if it happens either way. It feels like something a little bit different from what we usually get, which is something that I really enjoy from the women's division. Anytime you get something a little bit of a different mix, I'm happy with because we get to see something different from what we've seen before. And then after that, we can just say, okay, we didn't like it, we don't want it again, or we like it and we want to see it again. But either way, for that one, I'm looking forward to what happens there because do we get Nia versus Bailey at SummerSlam? I suppose if we do, I feel like that does sound like an exciting match for to happen there. Next up for the women's division, we also have Becky Lynch, the champion here, versus Liv Morgan, and this is for the Women's World Championship. This one I'm torn about because I'm not exactly entirely happy with how the build has been going on. I wish it would have been a little bit better in that aspect. But again, this is Liv's revenge tour, so I would like to see Liv win for that aspect. I want her to, when Rhea comes back, I want her to be the champion and to have that one-on-one with both of them. So it wouldn't surprise me if Liv wins this one, but I also wouldn't surprise me if Becky retains here either. I feel like this match is the one that if Becky loses, it's gonna make everybody feel like she's definitely leaving sometime soon, which will be very interesting to think about. So that's why I'm curious about the result of the match itself, to be honest. Again, that's another one I feel like even though it sounds predictable with Liv winning, they could go either way. It really can, and it will be interesting to see what route they pick and how it'll be on Raw with Becky as champion and moving forward, or do we get Liv as champion and then we get whatever happens next. I'm guessing if let's say if Lyra winning, if Lyra were to win, Lyra and Liv, I think that will be an interesting combination as well. But if Liv does become champion, so and Nia wins the Queen of the Ring, then we'll see what happens on the side of Raw when it comes to her getting her next contender. So, and again, looking forward to whatever happens next there too. Next up, this one. Oof. Bronson Reed versus Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. Oof. I feel like even though we do have Bronson and Chad both taking their turns against Sami in this instance, I wonder if them being the two heels, we're gonna get that moment that they kind of team up against Sami, and then Sami's out and about out of the match, and then they had to face each other, and that's when they'll be like, "No, I'm taking the title. No, I want the title," and we get that back and forth between both of them, and I feel like it would be good for Sami to take advantage of that situation and beat one of them, but I don't see the title changing hands on this one either. To be honest, I feel like Sami's doing great what he's doing. I just feel like whoever he pins will probably be out of that title picture, and whoever doesn't get pinned will probably get a rematch, whoever that is. So Again, that will be interesting moving forward as well. Because let's say, for example, with Bronson getting pinned, then I imagine that Chad Gable will be the one getting that one-on-one rematch later on. So either way, I'm very happy with whoever wins the match, but I'm leaning more towards Sami winning this one. And we have here the King of the Ring finals. So it's Randy Orton versus Gunther for this one. Oh, this is very, very tough because I feel like I could see Gunther winning, but I think Randy versus Cody would be interesting for a program for a few months, like a month or two, maybe 3 months. But with Gunther there, it just like it makes me doubt myself, and just very tough to pick a winner for this one. But I'm gonna lean more towards Randy winning this one so far. So it sounds very surprising, but Randy versus Cody is something that really catches my attention, and I would love to see, especially after SmackDown when they shook hands. And obviously, Randy was the one celebrating there with Cody when he won the championship. So I would like to see that happening. So that's the one that has me curious on that one, on the like the result on what they decide to do on this one. But yeah, Cody and Randy is the one that catches my attention here the most. That's what I think of when I see that graphic more than anything right now. So we'll see what happens with that one. This is probably going to be the main event, at least in my opinion, and probably a lot of people feel the same way, which will be Cody Rhodes versus Logan. This one's a little bit confusing because at least on their website they put it a champion versus champion, but we also have so far on the show they have said it's only for the Undisputed WWE Championship, so it's a little bit confusing on that end. I don't believe it'll be a champion versus champion because I don't see Logan losing the championship in this match. And yes, that means I'm rooting for Cody on this one. But I don't see Logan losing the championship like this. First, because Prime is one of the sponsors for WWE, so it's something that I feel like it makes me lean a little bit towards like him not losing the championship or the championship being involved whatsoever in this match. So yeah, it has me. I don't know how it'll happen though. This is the part that has me more curious about this match. I don't know how I will have it end, to be honest, because if it'll feel weird if Logan loses cleanly. I don't know if somebody will get involved somehow, and maybe that's what causes him to lose, so it won't be a clean loss. That's the only thing I can think about. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. How would you have Logan lose this match if you were to book this? Because I think that would be something interesting. I don't see Cody losing the championship, hence why I'm picking him for this match. So yeah, let me know what you think about that one because I'm just curious. I definitely think it's Cody winning, but I just don't know how I would end it though. That's the only thing I can't think about right now, at least. Um, Okay, like I mentioned, we have a six-match card and three other matches are women's matches. So this is exciting to think about having two championship matches and the Queen of the Ring, which has a championship title on the line as well. So yeah, really looking forward to the whole pay-per-view. I do enjoy having an early pay-per-view being on the Eastern side, so it'll be 1 p.m. Eastern and probably with the kickoff probably be at noon starting. So yeah, this is something different. I love having my early pay-per-views and just enjoying the rest of the afternoon to myself and just getting some good of wrestling and even thinking about this card, even though like maybe half or so of the matches could be predictable. I feel like either way, if they're predictable, the matches within themselves will be great to watch. And that's something that I enjoy either way. Whether I predict them or not, it's just a matter of like how the storytelling that we get in the ring and the match, how it'll steal the show. I'm hoping one of the women's matches steals the show. I definitely will love to see that. Yeah, just very happy overall with this card. I just wish Bailey would have had a match in this card. I think that would be the only thing, especially after SmackDown. But again, she went on SmackDown against Chelsea for the championship, if I'm not mistaken. So it makes sense why she's not part of the card. And still, I think another thing that I would like to see is whoever wins the Queen of the Ring, for example, I would like the champion to kind of face them off or maybe be at ringside for that. I think that I would like to see that. And same thing with the men's, with the King of the Ring. Something I would like to see that presence there. We had it on SmackDown as Tama Tonga and Randy were going against each other, and Gunther was in the crowd. And same thing with Bianca and Nia Jax as they were facing each other. We had Lyra in the crowd watching. So I definitely would like to see whoever wins for whichever brand have the champion kind of walk out and kind of get them that of like, I'm the champion, so you're going to be facing me next. And I wonder if they'll make it official that whoever wins their respective matches, they'll go against the champions at SummerSlam or when it'll happen. But again, looking forward to the card. And let me know in the comments down below who you pick as your winners for every single match. How would you book it? How would you have them win? How would you have them lose? Anything like that. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe and click on that bell to be notified whenever I upload. yeah, and then I want to thank anybody that's watching this, and then I'll see you guys next time.